Alright, so this afternoon we're in the cooler and we're finishing up spinning out our honey. Some of it, not all. We didn't take all the boxes yet, but this is what we have, the honey supers that we took for the bees. And now this was one of the frames that if you see some of my other videos, that we gave the bees these frames with no foundation to see if they would build their own honeycomb. And look, they totally did, obviously. And they did amazing. They did amazing. And it's wonderful. And so what we're doing with this stuff, because there's no foundation to it, so we are using this honeycomb and we're cutting it into pieces and we're putting it into jars and we're bottling it with the honey. So then people who buy that, or us, get to have the honeycomb with the honey, because everybody who doesn't love to chew on honeycomb with honey in it, right? And a lot of people don't know about that. So that's a really new experience for people. And from our experience, the people that we know that have been having some of it who've never had it before, they absolutely love it. And kids, number one, love it. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to show you how we do this. So here's that frame. We're just taking a small knife and we're just cutting it around the edges of the frame. So we're going to get it off of here as best we can. Of course, too, remember that if it doesn't have to be perfect, because these frames will go back to the bees will finish cleaning it up. They are not too particular if you don't get it perfect. So that's a good thing to know about bees, that they will finish the work for you when it comes to cleaning stuff up. So it's not like you have to get this perfect and everything, and then they'll be like, oh, I don't want it right. They won't say that. They'll actually like it. You should actually, you know what? You should go see outside really quick in the cooler. We just put those empty boxes out. You can go see, okay, while I'm cutting this. Hold on. See, they're really cleaning it up. They're happy. They're actually happy if you don't do it perfect, because then they will get the honey stuff back. Okay, so I got all the sides now. I'm going to lay it down on this cutting board like that. There we go. It popped right out. Okay, so now I guess we'll put this back in the box, because like I said, they'll have this again, and then they can clean up all of that. And now what we're going to do with it, so this kind of piece broke off, so we'll just put that right like that. But so there's tons of honey in here, right? So actually I think there was this one knife. So I'm going to show you, these are my empty jars that we have. This is the kind of jar that we use to put the honeycomb in. We're not using like a narrow mouth one or anything like that, because that would be too hard to get the honeycomb in and out, right? So I'm looking about this probably wide, no, maybe about this wide right here. So this end right here, okay? Like so. And then there you go. Look at that. See? And then we just put this in the jar. And then we will put the honey in it. And then it turns out to be this one over here. I don't want to touch it because my gloves are sticky. But see, then we pour the honey in it from the bucket that we have extracted. And then the honeycomb is in there with the honey. You put the lid on it and it's beautiful. And it tastes wonderful, and it's very cool because it's very unique. You don't get honey a lot like that, right? So probably like that one. And it's just a really awesome, cool, neat little extra that you can get from the bees, right? So I think it's awesome. My kids and myself love honeycomb, so it's really fun to eat it. And whoever buys these from us, then when they eat the honey, or they can just pull the honeycomb out while they're eating the honey. It doesn't matter which way you do it. You could take the honeycomb out and eat it and then have the honey, or you could eat the honey, wait. You can do it either way. So I don't really think that it matters. It's just as you are using your honey, just eat the honeycomb. That's what I would do, for sure. So it's very cool. The bees did an amazing job doing this. They you, Jesus, that they can do that. And we love them doing it. And I think it's just so cool. I think God made bees so amazing. And the more I learn about bees, the cooler and more amazing they are. And I think that you would agree. If you know about bees or if you don't know about bees, but the more that you find out about them, He made them really awesome. And if you go back to my channel, yesterday morning, the bees were doing some really cool, amazing things. And we videoed them. And we I don't know if we posted all those videos yet, but check back throughout the week and couple weeks and stuff. And so you'll be able to see all the cool things that our bees have been doing. Because it's really amazing. All right, thank you for watching, and keep checking back as we extract more honey and all the cool and wonderful things our bees do. Have a blessed day. Bye.